welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here with Fussy Anvil. Yes, it's a take on the anvil block, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Now, these pink pieces are actually red, and I've laid them out so I can easily sew them together for you. But this is going to be a fast, fun block, and you get to use some of your large scale prints in the center. Now, before we get to the sewing, we got to do our shout out. Mona from Mona Did What is having a lot of fun on her channel. So go check her out. Her YouTube channel is in the show notes below. If you like what you see, subscribe and tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. She doesn't know this is coming. So this is a big surprise between you and me. Okay, now the other thing we have in those show notes, besides the cutting instructions for this, are our Zoom sew dates, which we're having so much fun, usually once a month, beginning the first Saturday of the month, usually, but the dates are going to be listed below. And it's a great way to spend time and get some stuff done where you take the whole day from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time and just to take it to sew. I get lots done in that time and we have a fun time. Now, the other thing is our Facebook group. It's growing rapidly. We're doing fabric swaps. We're making use of the virtual sewing room. We're having all sorts of community chats, including a community chat just dedicated to free patterns. And we're also it's just, the normal sharing photos, asking questions, all that. It's so much fun. It's a very warm, welcoming community. And it's been a lot of fun in there. Like I say, share, like, and subscribe our channel as well with your friends and your relatives that are quilters. Also, if you're part of a guild, please let your community service person know I speak for free. I speak about scrappy quilts and making charity quilts. So I have a PowerPoint presentation and it's about 30 to 40 minutes long. And I do speak not only to guilds, but I will speak to quilting groups. So if they're looking for somebody to talk at their thing and they can do it over Zoom, I'm in. Okay, so let's get to this cute sewing and we're going to have fun. Okay, we're at the sewing table. Now I cut my white and red strips, right? This is the red I'm talking about. I cut them with an easy angle triangle ruler so they finish up really quickly. Now, in the cutting instructions, I gave you the traditional method in case you don't have the ruler. But if you have this ruler is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely to work with. It's so nice. And I'm just going to go around the block and do the hardest part first, which is the triangles, which is not really that hard. Now, when I sew triangles, it doesn't matter which end you feed in first. I change my sewing plate to the small hole because that will help or helps prevent it from going down into the sewing machine. Sometimes when you got a real thin little edge. And the other thing I do is I make sure that point is as far under as I can push it. That also helps with, not having it go down so far. Like, so if I'm feeding in this end, that's a sharp point. I get in as close as I can to the needle before I start sewing. There. And now when you do your cutting with the easy angle triangle ruler, that speeds up your cutting because you can cut everything from, let's say, in this case, a 3.5-inch strip, right? I mean, you just double up your low volumes and your color, right? And then you can cut the rest of your color from there. If you were using strips, I had to do some fiddling around because my pieces weren't big enough for strips, but hey, that's dealing with scraps. So I gave you the traditional method because depending on the size of your scraps, right, you might not be able to pull, like widths of fabric or, whatever out of your scraps. I don't know what your scraps look like, but, sometimes we're trying to chisel out little pieces out of a small, a small piece of fabric, and we got to work with what we got, that's all there is. So now I finger press these back. Now they lie in mirror image. So think about it as mirror images, right? Because this one goes like this, right? There. Just so nice. This, I decided to go red with a kind of a black and white check with sunflowers because I thought, ooh, that's pretty. And now we're not going to go mirror images again. We're going to follow along because anvils are normally symmetric or symmetric. They're symmetric along an axis. So you don't want to go like this. You want to go like this, right? There we go. Oops, like that. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. That's better. You can see that now. Okay. So I know it looks strange, but it works. It works out great. So you have two that are colored and two that are white, right? In opposite angles. So the anvil looks like this, right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to sew the triangles together first because that will save us some time. And I'm just doing a quick 1/4 inch seam and picking them up top and bottom and then putting them back as I sew them because then I won't mix up where I am. There. And because I cut these with the easy angle triangle, right? That triangle ruler, it's quick. I don't even have to square these up because they're like 3.5 inches, right? So now I'm going to press to the dark underneath. I'm pressing to the dark there. And I'm pressing to the dark here. There we go. There. Now I'm going to do this side. There we go. Yeah, that easy angle triangle rule. I baited for a long time before I bought one. And then when I bought one, I was going, why did I hesitate? Because it is beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful ruler to work with. Beautiful ruler. Now, this is one of these blocks you can make the whole thing scrappy or, work in a limited color palette. Like you could change, whatever you wanted to do with this, right? And I'm pressing to the dark. There we go. Press to the dark. Yeah, this, like I say, you could do, like I picked reds because I had the same red. I had enough of the red to make a whole block. But you could do like all different reds and then a different center with, making unifying your low volume, right? I mean, you can have unity within the block. You could also change these cornerstones out to whatever color you wanted, right? You could have all of the colors in here. It would work, right? Now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to web. Yes, we go back to the web. We go back to webbing. And I just find webbing, for me, works brilliantly. I never have a problem with webbing. So then we take it and we line this up. And I don't end up with a bunch of stuff out of place. There we go. And I just want, only thing I want to do is make sure that one seam lies a certain way. And nice. Okay. Yeah, you could have a lot of fun making a very scrappy anvil. Making it all like, just have some fun with it, right? So now I put it back. Put it back. Make sure everything's sewn the right way. Yes, it is. We still have that this symmetric. Okay, so or asymmetric block. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, webbing for me is the fastest way to put a block together and have all the parts in the right place. Yeah. There we go. And last one. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm just going to check it again. Yes, we have a symmetric, asymmetric block. Yep. Very cute block. I found this one in the Barbara Brachman encyclopedia, and I thought, ooh, this would be so much fun to do. This would just be so cute. Okay. Now I'm pressing to the dark, so that means these outside seams are going to the corner. Okay, and I'm going to clip this. Okay, so this goes out to the corner. No, this goes this way. Okay. There. There we go. Now I'm just gonna. Ooh, I lost. It slipped. It slipped on me, so I have to redo it. Anyway, there we go. There we go. Almost done. Okay, and the last piece. Okay. Stubborn little string wouldn't come off. Now, once I get started, I stop with the needle down, and I put my match up my seams the way I need them to go, because we're pressing to the dark, and then I clip the other one. Let's see, here we go. Yeah. Okay, here. Alrighty, and lastly, now, well, that didn't take long. Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly the back. So what I've done is I've tried to press to the dark, right? So hopefully that comes across when we get to when we iron it good and everything, so that it looks like something. So, and the seams aren't twisted, because these ones are kind of all going either this way or this way. The path of least resistance is this way for the middle, to go towards the middle. So anyways, let's get to our ta-da moment. Okay, so before we forget, there's some quilts that you wanted to see. Those little squares I made into charity quilt blocks. Now this becomes a twin size quilt. It is just huge. My friend gave me all these 3-inch squares, and I added a bit of my own fabric, not a lot, but it became a really cute. It's going to make a very cute twin size quilt. Now I wanted to show you these because people have been writing and asking about the leader enders I was doing. Now the quilt that's been behind me in a last part of the show, the modified economy block, and that's going as well for a crib size quilt, just an oversized quilt with all the cute little faces, and none of the faces lined up. None of them. It was kind of like, oh dear, none of them lined up. And when I was fussy cutting them, not all faces are created equal, and I just kept going, and it worked out beautifully. I had friends that donated the fabric, and for the triangles and the faces, it was just adorable. Now I did make 2 twin size charity quilts here for what I'm going to do, because I'm in Tucson and I've been going to the Tucson Quilt Guild shows, the meetings. So I'm going to give these here's another one somewhere in my pile of stuff that was behind me. Anyways, I'm going to give these twin quilts for them to give away as charity quilts, because I thought they were so kind to me and so nice to me, letting me in to see the shows and all that. There is a third one somewhere. I have no idea where it is. So you wanted to see the block before we forget. The quilt behind me is the cat quilt, and that's my husband's quilt that him and our cat cuddle up with at night, and it's been fun. I'll put a little quick tutorial for that together because it's so cute. Now, this is our anvil block. Now, you see this block looks great on point, and it looks great this way. I would, if I'm going to make a bunch of these and put them in a quilt, I would do little cornerstones and sashing, just to give some place for all these seams to lie, right, on the edge. And that way, too, you can hopefully catch your points on your triangles so you don't cut them off, right? So this could be like totally scrappy or anything, but it gives you a place to use your fussy cut, your large scale prints. So I hope you give this one a try. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to our collaboration, and the collaboration people are going to be in the show notes as well. Go check their YouTube channels out. When this drops, I'm not sure if we started dropping videos for the collaboration or not, but it's going to be fabulous. It's a round robin, and the theme is community. So we're having a lot of fun with those blocks. So have a great week until we meet again. I hope everything goes great for you. Okay, you take care. Bye. My husband and I would love to thank you for watching our video and being so supportive of our channel. This has been just such an amazing journey we're on here on YouTube, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without you. So our thanks, truly our thanks for you. If there's anything you need, don't be afraid to contact me either through the Facebook book or through email. I'm trying to do as many viewer request videos as possible, and if I don't do it, you need to remind me, okay? So that's not a problem. But yes, it's been just absolutely amazing. Make sure you tell your gills I speak for free. We have a Facebook group. We do Zoom sew dates, and we give out nothing but free patterns. So I hope that you have an absolutely joyful year ahead, and your sewing room, everything is going for you, and life is great. Okay, you take care until we see each other again. Okay, bye.